Welcome back, Knights of Dragaria, to Brigandine, the Legend of Runersia. Let's get into it today. We're going to talk about Alsin and see what he can do for you.
And as usual, stay triggered. Pew pew, pew.
Who is this guy and what is he about? Well, essentially, commander of the Holy Gustavus Empire's Secret Correspondence Service. He reports directly to the Empire. He is Tim's right-hand man and has served as Chamberlain since the Empire's reign, the previous Empire's reign. As an accomplished martial artist, he is one of the Empire's most distinguished knights. However, he is also known by his puppeteer Alsin moniker. It's as if can breathe life into the puppets he carves. Through his puppet shows at a small theater known as Sin's Lodge, Police de Sin, he educates people on Gustavus history. This whole wording here, it gets me. Anyways, so what is he about? Essentially, we have him at a level 30 champion. He comes as a high level champion. I think he's already like level 20 as he comes into the game. He's very powerful. He's actually really, really good. He's one of the better characters that you can pick for Holy Gustavus Empire. He looks very different in his profile picture than you'll see him in the game. But essentially what you get is a fist. So you get some gloves, you get some light armor, you get some gauntlets, and you get a ring. So that's essentially what you get with that particular thing. So why do you want a monk, and how is it going to help you? Well, here's the thing. Crit damage. This is kind of like the ninja class. Not ninja class. Sorry. This is essentially kind of the same that it used to be in the past with the champion, right? You get a lot of crit, and you're just stacking up damage. You can do a massive amount of damage. The nice thing is you get accuracy boost and crit boost, so you can really do a ton of damage and be accurate in that same perspective here. Now, as far as a knight is concerned, as far as he's concerned, I'd still consider him one of the A tier list, even though he's a 3EB. It's a little bit different there. The character growth is at E because we're already past the level 20 growth range here, so that's down to E. The command range is still just a 3, so it's not that good. So if you have to consider him like a previous knight, I would consider him to be like Shred from Grand Edition, from Legend of Forsina. It's kind of a hard comparison with who he could be like, because maybe Dillard, or maybe another type of champion character in the other game. But command range of 3 is, that would be probably comparable. He has a lot of hit points. MP's okay. You can still put gear on him and make him very, very fantastic. Agility's really nice and all that. But increase the damage dealt by crit hits by 25% chance. So when you do crit, the critical hit damage goes up by 25%, which is really, really good. So you get 2 white dots, or essentially now you get 3 white dots for your character here. And what do we have for particular skills? So monks are very different in this game, and I don't use monks that often because, I don't know, I go with more reliable defensive things here. You can die very easily in a game, and unless you're actually getting back hit points somehow very rapidly, you can go down. You can do a lot of damage with them, but this game has a harder way to dodge than it did in the previous one and in the one before it. So the early one, the very first game, Legend of Forsina, anybody could surround you. It didn't matter. You're not getting chained in or pincered or anything like that, so you can just evade. Ninjas and champions were some of the best things you could get in that game. Then you go up to Grand Edition, right? Pincer within a triangular effect or side to side, and then basically it's a 50-point bump in their accuracy towards you, which is massive. Here, it's actually not just here, it's a space or 2 spaces away that can chain you. So having a guy that can dodge only works so well for only so long. That's why I don't go with that too much. But he's a really, really good character. So if you put him in the mountains, because they do prefer the mountain terrain, and so you can just literally run across mountains like dragons used to do in the past. They don't do that anymore. But dragons and giants would be mountain dwellers in the past games. But you can go across mountains. And so I guess in a way, the best way to play this type of character, a champion or whatever, is to hug the mountain range. Now, yes, they might have a flyer or something come over there and get in that space. But him having mountain preference and a wyvern only hitting flying creatures isn't going to do a whole lot of damage to him, and he's probably going to destroy it or anything that really flies very well. Plus the accuracy bonus with the crit bonus, he can take down flyers. If you didn't think about that, he really can. So essentially, let's talk about the skills. I'm just trying to simplify some things for you, but let's talk about skills. Divine Blow, normal attack, deals moderate damage. Chase enemy unit, pushes the enemy back one space. So what they did with the champion in this game is they combined it with the Guardian in Grand Edition. So Grand Edition had a Guardian class. There was two splits. There was a Guardian class and a Champion class. And the Champion class really went towards the crits. The Guardian class went towards stat healing and knockbacks and paralyzing and, heals. And it was a little bit of a mix of everything. They kind of just threw it all in together here. So as a champion, you automatically knock back the enemy one space just with your basic attack, Divine Blow. Okay, so that's just a normal thing. Power 125, accuracy plus 13. Doesn't cost a thing. Now we're looking at Vacuum Uppercut, which is right underneath it, which is pretty much exactly identical to it, except for it has one extra orb, but it costs 30 MP. The only difference here is that deals moderate damage to a single adjacent enemy unit, recovers HP equal to 20% of the damage dealt. So if you deal a lot of damage through a crit, you can pretty much heal back your hit points. So if you give him gear that gives more crit percentage, more chances to crit, you can effectively vampire your hit points back, which you weren't really able to do in a previous game, any of the previous games. So they kind of turned him into like the Lord Vampire mixed with Guardian, and it's a strange combination, but it does actually work. So it's kind of cool. You should definitely only truly do Vacuum Uppercut when you're hurt. Otherwise, don't worry about it because it's pretty much almost identical to the basic attack here. The only difference is, yes, you get one extra orb. If you have to do a kill shot, then try it. But I would recommend just keep doing Divine Blow unless you need to self-heal yourself. Okay? Fighting Force, this one's actually pretty cool. And this is not, like, none of these are pre-moves, which are nice. You can walk up and do any of these. So what I would recommend, if you do want to have him in the front line and vampire his hit points back, best thing you can do, go in the front line, don't fight anything yet, pop the Fighting Force, or Fighting Focus, increases your attack for a limited number of turns. Now, increasing your attack isn't just like increasing your crit, but it's just your basic attack will be stronger and you'll do more damage. And then if you crit on top, you'll also heal more with that. So first thing you want to do is Fighting Focus if you want him to be a front line and you really, really want to level him up. This is what you're going to need to do. And then you're going to have to do Vacuum Uppercut. Now, you only have 150 MP, so you have to be careful with this. Okay? I just recommend it. Now, here's the other option. Maximum Rush. You're right in the front line. This one does 230 power. It's very powerful. It has a -4 accuracy, so it is a little bit low on accuracy, but it's not that bad. You'll probably never notice it unless you're fighting somebody like a dancer, dancer class, or something incredibly evasive like Stella. Something like that. You might have to pin them in somehow with some other monster, but deals massive damage to a single adjacent enemy unit. Now, this is just basically straight up damage here. You get the 3 orbs, the ground and sky, obviously. Basically, you have a better chance of ground, not so great chance with sky, and 100 MP. Now, I know I told you before that he has a good chance of doing better damage to sky creatures. Now, that's because he's preferring mountain terrain. If you are on mountain terrain, that will help you. If you're not on mountain terrain, then attacking sky creatures isn't as great as it's cracked up to be. So, what I would recommend, going on a mountain path somewhere, standing there for a turn, waiting for them to come to you, and just wait there and let them come to you. And then you can pull off this move if you really want to just destroy something. Let's say there's a dragon or a leader right in front of you and you just want to just destroy it. Don't even worry about healing up. Make sure you bring in an angel or a bishop or somebody that can do loop heal on you, because that would be one of the best things you can do for this particular character. Considering the HP is so high, you're going to get basically a regen, a really good regen every single tick of every turn. That's really good. Do they take damage? Do they get hurt? They can, but because of the agility, they'll probably dodge it. The only thing I would recommend not going up against would be a lot of ranged breath attackers, like dragons and things like that. Try to stay out of that range because they won't even try to hit you. They'll just spew their breath all over you, and it won't even matter. Your agility won't matter at all. So I'm just telling you, this is kind of the way I play this guy. The reason I don't play them as much is because for me, it's kind of a little too mixed. It's like I have a guardian and a champion at the same time. I didn't really want that. I kind of wanted, if you're going to do guardian, for me personally, if you're going to do guardian, stick to guardian. If you're going to do champion, stick to champion. Don't combine them together like Thanksgiving dinner. Please don't do that. But this is the kind of guy you got. I think their monks can be, or the champions, the monk class can be very powerful. If you really like the monk class, go for it. Personally, I'd change him out because I get myself in a very precarious situations because I push the pile a lot. You know, I push into the enemy quite hard, and it's a little difficult with a champion because you have to be very finesse about it. Plus, you have to bring a healer with him too. He can heal himself, but if you don't have the gear to give him over like 230 MP, it's really difficult for him to just self-heal all the time, because you do want to do fighting focus. You also want to do maximum brush, and it's like, but I have to heal myself. I'm stuck just doing vacuum uppercut all day. I understand you. I understand. So really find some gear that can really just increase his MP if you really want to be able to utilize these other skills besides fighting vacuum uppercut, because you'll just be healing yourself. You'll notice yourself low. Get some good gear. And what I would probably bring with him is a unicorn and an angel. And he has a very low command range. The rune power is actually quite nice. So you could do an angel, a unicorn, maybe just an angel is all you might need with him. Just for the loop heals and for the basic heals. But he's actually quite powerful. He's definitely frontline material. You can run around with Tim with this guy. Tim and this guy can just destroy almost everything out there. It's really cool. It's really fun. So that's all I got for this guy. For Alsin, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about Alsin. How do you like this guy? How do you like to use him? What teams do you like to put him in? Okay? I'll talk to you in a bit. Thanks for coming by. Stay triggered, my friends. I'll see you in the next Brigandine video. Take care, guys.